Another live look outside, this one in Washington, D.C., of course, the home of President Joe Biden. And today he had a big announcement, and we've got that video for you here. Let's go ahead and play that for you. Take a listen.
Freedom, personal freedom, is fundamental to who we are as Americans.
There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred.
That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy.
This shouldn't be a red or blue issue.
To protect our rights, to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally and that everyone is given a fair shot at making it. But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms, cutting Social Security that you paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy, dictating what healthcare decisions women can make, banning books, and telling people who they can love, all while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote. When I ran for president 4 years ago,
So, over the last 4 days, the Democratic National Party held a convention. A lot of people, you know what I mean, getting up there and talking, and, you know, everybody really, you know, eating it up, you know, throwing their hands in the air like they just don't care damn near. So it's you know, what I didn't hear is what's in it for us? What's in it for the black community besides the same old thing we've been getting from these parties? What's in it for us, for real? You know, I didn't hear anybody mention a contract with Black America. And I don't know why, because it's one of the most comprehensive reform documents that's come about in a long time that could really address the problem. The way it look, they don't have a plan. Everybody's, you know, talking about get Trump out, get Trump out, get Trump out. If you vote, that's going to happen on the first day. So now what? Trump out, now what? What? What do we get in the first 100 days? That's what we're trying to figure out. What do we actually get that they could give us overnight like that? They just pulled $3 trillion out their ass and gave it to their friends. That's American taxpayer money. That's your money that they just gave away. And then there's 42% of black businesses closing. None of that money. Where's our fucking bailout? Where's the bailout? Not the PPP loan that they didn't give us. Where's the bailout? I don't want to hear about deficit. I don't want to hear about what our generations gonna have to pay. Because if we don't have shit, they ain't gonna have shit anyway to pay nothing. So we gotta start something right now. Democrats don't seem like they got a plan. Republicans don't seem like they got a plan for us. So how the hell you gonna vote for them? Make them earn that vote. They can start today. They ain't got it yet. They can start today. Make their ass earn that vote, man. Stop playing with these people, and they'll stop playing with you.
I said we're in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. The question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too. This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election. Because I know America. I know we're good and decent people. I know we're still a country that believes in honesty and respect and treating each other with dignity. That we're a nation where we give hate no safe harbor. We believe that everyone is equal, that everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed in this country.
Thank you for choosing us.
Every generation of Americans has faced a moment when they have to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedom. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights. And this is our moment. So if you're with me, go to joebiden.com and sign up. Let's finish this job. I know we can, because this is the United States of America. There's nothing, simply nothing we cannot do if we do it together.
And as you could probably tell from that video there, President Joe Biden has announced his 2024 re-election run, just announcing that at around 6 o'clock Eastern time this morning.
So, over the last 4 days, the Democratic National Party held a convention. A lot of people, you know what I mean, getting up there and talking, and, you know, everybody really, you know, eating it up, you know, throwing their hands in the air like they just don't care damn near. So, it's you know, what I didn't hear is what's in it for us? What's in it for the black community besides the same old thing we've been getting from these parties? What's in it for us, for real? You know, I didn't hear anybody mention a contract with Black America. And I don't know why, because it's one of the most comprehensive reform documents that's come about in a long time that could really address the problem. The way it look, they don't have a plan. Everybody's, you know, talking about get Trump out, get Trump out, get Trump out. If you vote, that's going to happen on the first day. So now what? Trump out, now what? What? What do we get in the first 100 days? That's what we're trying to figure out. What do we actually get that they could give us overnight like that? They just pulled $3 trillion out their ass and gave it to their friends. That's American taxpayer money. That's your money that they just gave away. And then there's 42% of black businesses closing. None of that money. Where's our fucking bailout? Where's the bailout? Not the PPP loan that they didn't give us. Where's the bailout? I don't want to hear about deficit. I don't want to hear about what our generations gonna have to pay. Because if we don't have shit, they ain't gonna have shit anyway to pay nothing. So we gotta start something right now. Democrats don't seem like they got a plan. Republicans don't seem like they got a plan for us. So how the hell you gonna vote for them? Make them earn that vote. They can start today. They ain't got it yet. They can start today. Make their ass earn that vote, man. Stop playing with these people, and they'll stop playing with you.
So, Biden has announced that he is running for president again. And the first thing that came to mind is Ice Cube's contract with Black America that he came out with back in 2020. This was back in the 2020 election with Trump and Biden. And he basically came out with a contract with Black America. So basically what this contract was, it's like a list of things that Black America needs, like as far as like tangibles. And Ice Cube was going to both parties, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, and saying, hey, you know, what are you going to do for Black Americans in return for our vote? And he had the list of things. I will have to pull that later and review it, but he had a list of different things. And he was like, hey, you know, if black people is going to give you our vote, we should get something in return as far as tangible. Something that will actually benefit us, and specifically us. So, when he did that, during the time, this was 2020, so we had Trump and Joe Biden. So the Trump administration was the only administration that would actually meet with him and hear him out. The Biden administration did not want to meet with him and did not want to hear him out. And still till this day, because they actually said, well, we can't do that now, but maybe after the election we could do that. And still to this day, they have not met with him. So only the Biden administration, sorry about that, the Trump administration actually met up with him. And a lot of people in the black community was criticizing him for that. They were saying, you know, you're a sellout because you're meeting up with the Trump administration. They was calling him a coon for doing this. And he never said he endorsed any party, but he was meeting up with both parties. He was meeting up with the Republican Party, which is the Trump administration, and he was trying to meet up with the Democratic Party, which is the Biden administration, Biden Kamala at that time. And they refused to meet up with him. So my thing is, he got a lot of criticism because of that. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of pissed me off, because I look at it like this. Black people complain all the time, hey, how come black celebrities never speak up for us? How come black celebrities never try to do anything for us? Well, he was a black celebrity that actually tried to do something for us. Actually tried to move us forward as a race. He created a whole contract with Black America. He contacted lawyers and everything, a whole legal team. And he went he tried to go to both parties to see if we can get something in return for our vote. And a lot of people criticized him for this. Now I find that crazy, and I find that very hypocritical, because we're the first to say, hey, black celebrities are not speaking up for us, which we shouldn't rely on them to speak up for us anyways. But he went out his way to do this, and he actually tried to do something to improve the community. And a lot of people just talked down on him, called him a sellout. It was a lot of Democrats, a lot of black Democrats, a lot of people in our community, and he never said he was endorsing either side. But just because he met up with the Trump administration, they had an issue. They had a problem with it. My thing is, if the Democratic Party have a whole benign neglect policy, this even came out like this was through leaked emails through Hillary Clinton. Some of her leaked emails, they have a benign neglect policy to where basically the Democratic Party can never say they can do anything specifically for black people. So they can never say they're going to do anything specifically for black people, even though the majority of black votes always win them the election. That's how they won the election the last time. The majority of black votes. So they have a whole benign neglect policy for us. The thing they do, they try to do a lot of symbolism, and I look at it as straight out disrespect for the black community. You see an interview on a Breakfast Club where Hillary Clinton talk about she has hot sauce. She keeps hot sauce and things like that. Kamala Harris as well. She just talk about food and stuff, collard greens and things like that. Symbolic gestures. You think about the commercial, twerk to the polls, going vote. What else? What else they had? You got twerk to the polls. Oh yeah. Other things they do. They get people like Cardi B to represent black people as a whole. And the thing is, I find that very disrespectful. Because I find it, I look at it like this. That's all the Democratic Party look at us as. Like, they don't look at us as intelligent people enough to have a real actual conversation about real issues. Every time they talk to us, some type of food has to be involved. Some type of twerking has to be involved. They'll get some rap artist or something like that. But it's never no serious conversation. And I find that is straight out disrespect. And as I look at it now, and mind you, I didn't vote for either person. I held my vote during the election because I felt like neither one of them was offering anything for black people as a collective. So I held my vote. But as far as the lesser two evils, because a lot of people saying, hey, vote for the lesser two evils. I'm going to keep it a $1.50. Trump was the lesser two evils. Because if you look at everything that's going on right now under the Joe Biden administration, I mean, not only did he just fuck over black people, but the whole country as a whole. If you look at it, I mean, inflation is at an all-time high. He's sending billions of dollars over there to Ukraine, which is bringing us into World War III. Because if we would never budget in to that situation in the first place, we wouldn't even be in this predicament. But sending billions of dollars over there to Ukraine for their pensions, their retirement, and all that, and they're open Nazis over there. Their military is open Nazis. Yes, their military is open Nazis over there. So he sent $1 billion over there to them. Not only that, everybody is against us. You have BRICS, you have Brazil, South America, Asia, Africa. They're basically dropping the United States dollar. So the US dollar, it might take a while. Who knows? I don't know exactly how this is going to play out. I'm not no economist or anything like that. But they're basically dropping the United States dollar. So in the future, the United States dollar is not going to be worth shit. And it might take a while. Who knows? It might be tomorrow. It might be months from now. Or it might be 10 years from now, 5 years from now. Who knows? I don't know exactly. But yeah, everybody is ditching the United States dollar. Food is at an all-time high. We're possibly going into another recession. He's bringing illegal immigrants, which is not going to help the black community at all. If you're an immigrant and you did everything you were supposed to do to get here, I mean, that's cool. But illegal immigrants just flooding through the borders, that's going to be detrimental to black people in the United States. And he hasn't passed no laws or no policies to benefit black Americans as a group. Joe Biden hasn't done any of this. So I have this to say. Y'all owe Ice Cube an apology. And this is for all the people who criticize him, talk down on him, call him a sellout, called him a coon, because he met up with the Trump administration that actually was open to hearing what he had to say, instead of being with the Biden administration, which he actually tried to do, but they did not meet up with him, and they said they would meet up with him after the election, and they still haven't done that. So this message is for the black people who voted for Joe Biden. What is the next step? Are y'all gonna vote for this man again? Are y'all gonna get this man in office again? Even though he haven't offered anything tangible for the black community? I know y'all like to bring up, well, our ancestors died for our vote. Yes, that's true. But they didn't die for our vote. as far as us voting and not getting anything in return, the whole reason why they fought so hard to vote, because they wanted us to get something in return. So my question is, what is you going to do for 2024 now that you see the results? Biden hasn't done anything for the black community, anything positive. Kamala Harris hasn't either. And the thing is, Biden played a detrimental part in destroying the black community, especially with the crime bill that targeted mostly black people. Kamala Harris, her track record is not good as well. Yes. Go and take a look. So my question is, what's the next step? Are y'all going to continue to vote for these people? For nothing in return at all? Like, what's the point of voting if you're not getting anything in return? Like, we have to let go of the emotional things and think business, think strategy, think chess, not checkers. Because that's how y'all thinking. The Asian community, they have the least amount of voters, but they have a lot more wealth than us. They're getting a lot more things done than us because they come together on a common code. They get together, put together their resources, talk to the politicians like, hey, if you get this passed for us, we got some money. Money talks, y'all. Resources talk. Wealth talks. That's why we need to build our own economic base. We need to have a common code. All that matters. That's what they do. They put together their resources and they go to politicians. They don't vote. How you think they got the Asian bill, the Asian crime bill passed? How you think they did that? And we've basically built the wealth of this country. You fought for the rights of all these other groups to come over here. And why you think we still don't have a specific bill for us? We should be a protected class. We should have a hate bill for us as well. We should have tangible benefits. And I'm done with all the excuses. Because they can send billions to Ukraine. And let me remind you, Ukraine is especially the military, they're open Nazis. They treat the Africans over there horribly. They're open Nazis. And our government is sending billions of dollars to fund a pension. For them to go to war. When we can just mind our own business. We don't have to get into that. And now we're basically put ourselves into World War III. We put ourselves into World War III. And now soon, because of this, our dollar isn't going to be worth anything. Like, all the countries is getting together to ban against us. BRICS. And like I said, I don't know when this is going to happen. It could be 2 years from now. It could be months from now. It can be 5 or 10 years from now. Who knows? But it's coming. You can't deny it. I mean, it's prophecy. So yeah, that's all I wanted to get out there, man. I seen that Joe Biden was running for president again, and I wanted to talk to the black community, especially those who voted for Joe Biden before, and say, hey, what are we going to do this time? Because I didn't vote for him, but what are you going to do this time? Are you going to continue to do the same thing? And Ice Cube said he's still working. As far as with the contract for Black America, he's still trying to talk to politicians. He's still putting in work. So shout out to him. I'm most definitely thankful for everything he's done with it. He's one of the very few celebrities that's actually putting in work, and he got criticized. He got backlash for it. So shout outs to him, and shout out for actually caring about the black community.